Cool. Rock on. This one's going to be a fun one, Will.
I know. It's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
Tricky but fun one.
Tricky but fun. I mean, just think of the comments. We're just going to get a plethora of great comments for this.
Yes.
Questions and everything.
Happy Thursday. I feel like the weeks keep going by quicker and quicker. Maybe it's because I don't know, but going by quick every week. I'm like, oh my God, it's Thursday again. It's crazy.
Yes. Yep. Give me a second. I'm going to close out of all my high CPU applications here.
Nice.
Yeah, we are going well, man. I've been working on these push notifications. So working on a few different apps,
Nice.
but this one, somebody had reached out via Twitter or YouTube comments, I think,
Yes.
about push notifications. Just wanted to know how to do them and, like how to set them up. So what I thought we could do is, and I also run into issues every time I set them up. I'm like, oh, I forgot to upload the key to Firebase. I have to go back and read the docs again, and then just hope that they work. But they have worked the last two times previous than the last. We won't talk about yesterday, but beyond that, the last two apps I've built that have push notifications, they just upload the key to Firebase and they worked. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about how to set them up right within FlutterFlow. I think our YouTube tutorial is like 3 years old, 2 years old. It's a V0.
Being updated soon.
Yeah, it's being updated soon. So we'll show you how to do that, and then how to just send push notifications from FlutterFlow to native devices. So thank you all. I think this is gonna be fun, and we may do a couple more of these because there are so many, right? The project I'm going to use is actually a personal project, so it's not going to be in the traditional purple and white that we usually work in. It'll be a little more. My wife designed it, so nice. You're going to see that she's a better designer than I am. So don't judge. But yeah, let me pull that up. I'm just going to check a few things here. I tried that.
Yeah, everyone's funneling in here.
Yeah,
there's so many opportunities to use push notifications now in FlutterFlow specifically within the platform, right? We don't necessarily have like an automated way of sending them, right? Because let's be honest, that's not a front end.
Yeah, not a front end
thing, right? That's purely a database side. So we'll be focusing more for now on the more front end side, scheduling push notifications within FlutterFlow, manually sending them, things like that. However, depending on the time too, happy to chat a little bit about more of like the scheduling stuff. I know someone said like, how do you send daily push notifications, things like that. So happy to chat through that.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, there's so many. I mean, push notifications is one of the huge benefits of a native application, FlutterFlow. And yeah, you have PWAs and stuff now that can receive them. But it's just super cool. Like for me, when I get a test flight and I get a push notification, that's when I'm like, oh, we made it. Because it's just so fun. It's like so interactive. Yeah. So, Honk, that's a good question. This one's really good, actually. We'll address it now. We've talked about this. Yes, we will eventually have the opportunity to manage these. We've talked about them internally. It is not a priority, but it's something that's definitely on the table for 2024. So yeah, we've talked about this, local notifications, things like that. So
I'll start saving a lot of these questions. We've had a ton of questions so far. So I'll start saving them in chat, and then we can take some breaks every once in a while and answer those.
Cool.
If you want to push through.
Yeah. All right. So I have, I'm going to just show you guys, this is sort of, like I said, I have a mobile application and a desktop application. So this is the desktop application. It's just a simple store manager for, let's say, what is it? It's not thrift stores, it's consignment stores. And we have chats here. I've just utilized our chat widget, our new chat template here. but I don't have push notifications set up. So I want to set up push notifications from the chat to the user. And also, like on the storefront, when I update a product here, I want to send an update to the user of the product. So we're going to do those two things. Yeah, let's see if I make sure I have a name here. Andrew D. San Antonio. I will save that. Nice. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that in here. So this is sort of the desktop application, and then this little guy is the mobile application. So users can come in here and they can like upload products to a store, and the store can approve them and then like move them to inventory or move them to like the storefront. So this is a very common use case, right? You can apply those to almost anything in mobile or just app development, right? You have the two-sided thing. You have users that are uploading stuff, and then store or admin managing stuff and communicating with those users. So what we're going to do is I've already sent. So first of all, let's talk about push notifications in FlutterFlow, how to set them up, right? Because I don't think that, like I said, maybe it's basic, but let's just talk about it. So you have to go here to the settings. Down here in app settings, you can go to push notifications. You have to turn this on, enable push notifications, right? We are allowing scheduling, which is cool. That's great. And then we are also, you have to deploy them. So deploy them to Firebase. In order to have push notifications working, you have to have a Blaze account in Firebase. Okay. So we have a Blaze account in Firebase right here. Okay. You have to set stuff up within iOS correctly. iOS and Android, but I think it's a little more out of the box there. But within iOS, I'm not going to go through that process. We do have documentation around that. So please do read just wherever the push notifications is. Yeah, read the docs here because it sort of runs you through that. One important step that I typically miss is uploading your API or APN key to Firebase. So I can showcase that because right here, if you go to settings, cloud messaging, you have to have your key. So sorry, I won't do that too often, I guess. Oh, you have to have your
You might have to replace that key now.
yeah, may have to replace that. But
right?
you have to upload that to Firebase. That is super important. I've done everything else in FlutterFlow and missed that, and then like haven't been able to send push notifications. So here I can send a push notification from FlutterFlow as well. You can do this for testing, right? But in order to test, you have to have users that have FCM tokens. So sometimes when you hook up an old database, like an old Firebase project, and then you add push notifications later, it doesn't always work because FCM tokens need to be generated for each user. And I'll show you that in the Firebase, but I'll just do live stream test notification. This is really awesome. Awesome that it works. Cool. We're going to deliver sound. We're going to send that notification. And this is obviously just like, this is for testing. I mean, if you wanted to manage push notifications from FlutterFlow, you could, I guess. There you go. I just got my notification here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's from Entirely.
Wow, I like the background too. You know what we should do? We should almost post those on the community forum or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people would love that, right?
Yeah.
They could do like their emulator with a background in FlutterFlow or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think we can do something like that. I wanted to do some quotes as well, but yeah. So this is, just to showcase this works. So we have FCM tokens. So my user here, I think I'm in Entirely. Yeah, we have FCM tokens right here. So you have to make sure that your user has this sub collection of FCM tokens. So this is my user, This is not a user. So this is a user that does not have an FCM token. So they would not receive. But once you sort of deploy your push notifications, right? You set everything up, you deploy them. Those FCM tokens should be generated automatically when you create an account. So let's go ahead and actually do the process of sending push notifications. One thing that is super important, okay? When you talk about sending push notifications, you need a user document. You need a user reference, a user ID in order to send push notifications. You can't just send push notifications to anywhere or to anything. So that presents some problems sometimes, right? Like you maybe have an activity list or a task, right? And you want to do, or a product, right? I have a product that I want to send a push notification about. Well, I have to have a user assigned to that product that I can send the push notification to. So that's one thing. You have to have some sort of reference for a user document. So in this chat example, and again, this is awesome because you can do this with our flows. So if you implement the chat flow, you can actually send push notifications. You can set them up, go through that process we just talked about. Sorry, you had to relocate.
No problem. Luckily, we were not, fully plugged in and set up. So
yeah. Oh, I've already set up a push notification here. Okay. So maybe let's see if I did it on here too. I don't think I did. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and set up our push notification now. So this is the chat screen. We have a list of users in the chat. We could have one, we could have two. We could have four. So we can send it to an individual user or to a list of users. So we're going to do send. Let's do notification. Yeah. And trigger push notification here. Okay. So we have this recipients and we're going to just select multiple recipients. Okay. And so that multiple recipients, we're going to do chat reference, get property document, and we have a list of users. So we're going to send it to all users. There you go. We're going to do a notification title. So we're just going to say new message. And then the text can actually come from the text box, the widget state. So we'll do that. We're going to start typing here. Boom. Okay. And then we could add a image. So this image could just be from like me. It could just come from my photo URL. How does that sound? And then schedule time, we're just going to deliver immediately. So we should be good there. We'll deliver with sound. And then we are interacting between two different applications. So I think one of the questions was like, how do you navigate a user to a page in a separate application? I think the only way you could do that is if your page title's matched. So we're just going to do, I'm going to try main chat details. I think in my mobile app, it should be the same. So we'll see if that works. All right. So we're just going to send that. Okay. So now when we submit push notification or submit a message, we should receive a push notification in our project. So let's go ahead. I need to deploy this, or we can do testing, I guess. So we'll do testing. Any good questions while we wait for test mode?
Yeah, quite a few. I'll start answering a few from the beginning of the live stream, and I've been answering a few. Can you show a friend request notification system? That's kind of similar to what you're showcasing here, right? Like on when you click the follow button or something, obviously you then send a push notification to the user and open up that user's page.
Yep.
Another one is how would you set up daily reminder push notifications? There you could use Zapier, make, build, ship if you don't want to write code, and essentially just every day, create a document in the ff_push_notifications collection. If you're using Firebase or Supabase as well, I know there's some Supabase tutorials. A workaround I've actually seen somebody do, this was actually pretty interesting. What they did was every time the user opened the app, they had an app state that stored push notifications in the future. And then they would consistently schedule out 7 push notifications, one for every day.
Yeah.
And so would either like, if there was already one scheduled for one day ahead, it would skip that day and then continue on. So that way there wouldn't be duplicates, but ideally it would like push the user to use the app and they'd get notified every day if they kept opening the app. So that's a way around it.
I like that
as well.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm doing some pre-work here. I'm going to set a price for a product, and then I'm going to update the price and send a push notification to the user or to the owner of the product. So that's what I'm doing here. I'll let you guys can just watch me build, but it's nothing impressive. So I'll let you go ahead and answer more questions and workarounds because I think that's super helpful.
Yeah. There's another one from Sean. Same thing, right? Scheduled push notifications, reoccurring. Yeah, you could use a low-code platform like Make, Zapier, Build Ship, right? Essentially watch for something to happen in your database. And then when something happens, you create a ff_push_notification document in either Firebase or, again, if you were to use Supabase, it would probably be another route there.
Yep.
So that's how you would do that. Let me go back here and scroll through a few more. Let's see here. The app is deployed as a like true mobile app. This is on test flight right now. FlutterFlow doesn't support web like background push notifications. So for example, if you had a PWA that you downloaded to your computer or something there, we don't currently support, like we don't have a built out JavaScript server, or I'm forgetting the term there.
Yeah.
But essentially to send out those web background notifications. So, but I'm sure that's something we'll work on this year in 2024. Again, as we continue to work more towards responsive applications, of course, we'll need some support for push notifications on the website too.
Yeah. Yep.
Mobile apps.
Totally. Okay, we're gonna just re-update this test flight.
Nice.
I'm gonna go to chat. Check and see. I actually redeployed this mobile application earlier. Okay.
Nice. Some workarounds to web. To be honest, I don't know of any workarounds right now. You'd have to push to GitHub, and there's some good YouTube tutorials on it. But you would have to push to GitHub and add some custom code there because you have to make some core edits as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to find my other user here. Yeah, this guy. We're going to send this. Hey man, I hope you are doing well. We're just gonna send that. I'm gonna pray it works. Oh, you hear that?
I did. I heard the ding, the new notification sound.
Hey.
Nice.
It worked. I'm so happy it worked. Yeah, it's good. It's good to experience that, you know. You want to know a fun fact? That app is the test flight expired. So I'm trying to redeploy so I can actually, you know, see if it opens the chat details. But I'm still getting, you know, FCM. So yeah, it works. That's sick. Okay, I'm so happy. All right, that's chat. That's when you have a list of users. So if I had a group chat there, if both Will and I were on a group chat, we would both get that. We would both get that notification. So, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and do this. So this is a, like I said, in this application, it's sort of an e-commerce manager. You can say that, right? It's just like, it's a inventory manager for consignment stores. So users upload products, and then the consignment store sort of like evaluates them and assigns them a price, and then lets the buyer or the seller know, like, hey, this is the price we're selling it for. So we're going to send a notification saying the consignment store has set a price for your product. Okay. And then we're going to say, like, we can also set up notifications for when that item has been moved from in inventory to on the floor. So consignment stores, like, they have a bunch of stuff in the back. So when they move it onto the floor, we'll send a push notification. And then typically those consignment stores, they leave items on the floor for, like, let's say like 30 days. So let's schedule a push notification for 30 days from when it went on the floor. So we'll try to do all of that within an hour. Hopefully we can make it, but let's do this one first. So we are assigning a price. We're updating the document here from here. And I want to actually hide this after I'm done with that. So, okay, show edit. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do this on if show edit is true. Okay, cool. And we're going to add this in a row up here. Doop. And then we'll duplicate that and put it over here. And again, this is just sort of building. So sorry. I'm going to do edit over here. Okay. So this edit is going to update this component state. And we're going to say show edit set value equals true. Okay. And then again, sorry. Hey, we're doing push notifications. We're also going to do, this is a UI UX live stream. So we're going to do UI UX. We're going to animate this little fella in on page load. This is on conditional. We're going to do this. We're going to do 300. And we're going to use a new animation called flip. I like this. We're just going to do like this, and we're just going to see. Cool. That's nice. All right. So when we press edit, we're going to showcase this. And we can actually just maybe hide this. We'll do component state, show edit, and then we'll apply opposite statement. So when you press this when you press the edit button, this will hide, this will appear. We will be able to assign a price. And then what we'll do here is we're going to set that price. Get property document. I'm setting the selling price. And we're going to do number format, decimal, automatic, currency, and this. And then this is actually this is a reference, a doc reference. So this won't update when we actually assign it here at first. So what we'll do is we'll just add a little price here, edited price, and we'll make it a integer, or actually a double, I think. Yeah, double. And then we'll update that and we'll showcase this. So if we'll do a conditional value here, and that way we can just see it update. If component state edited price is set, we'll show edited price. And then if not, we'll show this selling price. Oop. And we'll just make it the default 0. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure that this is double. I think it is. String. Oh, it's a type integer. Okay. We'll just change it to an integer then. Sorry, guys. This is, again, just a bunch of setup, and let's set up our push notification now. So trigger push notification. All right. we're going to do a recipient. We're just going to do a single recipient because we just want to message the person that owns the product. So we're going to get product document details. We're going to message this owner. Okay, so this is an item that has a user reference, the owner. So we're just referencing that owner, and we're just going to send them a notification. And we're going to say item price updated. The consignment, sorry, spelling will always get me. Store has set a price. And we can actually do a combined text here. So we want something dynamic. So let's make it dynamic. We're going to do, we'll do this as our first text. This consignment store has set a price. We'll do semicolon and, or colon, I don't know. We'll do it from the widget state. So we'll show the price here. And then we'll add a space here for, and a space there. We're going to do the item name here. Name. Okay. All right. And we'll deliver that with sound. And we will just do product details. Yeah, we'll just sort them through here. Item reference. Nice. All right. Okay, so we'll do that. And then again, sorry, UI UX thing, we'll update the app state, update the component state, and we will show edit. We'll make it false, and then we'll set the price, edited price, and we'll set that value from the widget state. Okay. All right, so what will happen here is be able to assign the price, that will close, and then we'll see the price up here, hopefully. That's intended. Okay. Do we have a bunch of good comments still? Whenever Will is quiet, I feel like
I'm going rapid fire here.
Yeah, dude, he's just answering. So, all right, I'm gonna clear these old notifications. Okay, so we have this Alberta, right? Okay, we can edit this. Nice. We have the set price. We'll do. Oh, I should have done like. I should have done some validation on this input. We'll just do 25. We'll assign the price. All right. Yes. We have the 25, and we'll see if I get the notification. I don't know if this is actually assigned to my user or if this is a product from my user. So,
hey, quick question. Since you're using test mode right now, there was a question. Someone said, "Can you send push notifications from a web app to a mobile app?" This is essentially what you're doing right now.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yep. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So I'm going to send this. Well, first I want this to be a freaking currency. So I'm going to adjust. But this is my user on my mobile app. So they do have some products. I'm just going to assign a price to those products. But first, let's do this. That's a return type string. We want it to be an integer. And that way we get our number formatting here. So it actually looks good. Big stickler for things actually looking good. So, hey, why isn't it? Oh, okay. Selling price. Oh, okay. Yeah, that should work. All right. So yeah, this is going to be a web app. So this storefront is a web app. It's only going to be deployed to web, maybe iPad. But then the mobile app is for the users or the sellers themselves. So consignment stores on the web, sellers on the mobile. They interact because they have the same Firebase. Sorry, we didn't mention that before. Obviously, you need to connect the same Firebase. You need to have the same collections, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and set a new one. We're going to just edit this, and we're going to make it maybe 56. We're going to assign the price. I'm going to assign the price. All right, let's see. Oh, you know why? I bet you because I have items in my rules. Okay, just for the heck of this is tagged users. I'm just going to update this to authenticated users for now. Okay. So since they're not necessarily, those items weren't assigned to me in the store, I wasn't able to edit them. So I'm going to redeploy my rules. Hopefully this works. It should work, but it worked on the last one, which makes me think it will work on this one. So
Andrew, I would love your I saw this comment. I have to ask you what your thoughts are on this, given you have a web development background.
Yep.
This individual is using Wix for their back end and FlutterFlow for their front end. I have never heard of that before, but that is very interesting. That is very interesting. I'm sure they're storing data on the Wix side, like from their website. That's why they're using it.
Yep.
But that is I've never heard of anyone do that so far. It's very interesting.
I got it.
That's so interesting.
I got it. Oh, I can't see. I got it. Let's go.
That's awesome.
I love it when it works. Okay, so what I'll do is, man, I'm just getting notification after notification. Okay, I'll turn it on so you guys can hear the little sound. You can hear that little sound. All right, so we'll edit a price for another one. We'll just come in here. We'll say this one's like, obviously it's cake. I mean, come on, we have to have like $50. We'll assign the price and we get it here. And then we get a little noise and we item price updated. I'll try to like screenshot and share or whatever, but it worked. Man, I feel so good right now. I feel so accomplished. And that's awesome, right? You just have to have a user reference to whatever category. We could also create an activity. So we have this activity log here, right? We could create an activity as well. So, I updated the item. So, and Will, you can maybe answer this. So what we do in FlutterFlow for push notifications is we create a collection of push notifications, but we also do a bunch of cloud functions, which is why they only work for Firebase right now, right? Because there's a bunch of cloud functions that happen. Have you accessed or have you tried to recreate the FlutterFlow notification collection in FlutterFlow and then showcase that to users?
You cannot. FlutterFlow actually does not allow you to create the FF user or FF push notifications collection.
Nice.
Because technically it's already created in the Firebase side. So it runs into an error saying, hey, you can't create a new collection that has the same name as another collection.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that guy is saying Wix is way better than Firebase.
Actually,
yeah.
No, I was looking at it. It's actually interesting because all it is just a SQL database, right?
Yeah.
So they're just using a SQL database, if they were to use.
Hey man, to each his own.
I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed.
Dude, that's great. Yeah, I'm really happy. That's amazing, dude. I'm per.
Yeah. It's not even. It's funny. It's it's not laughing at you. It's laughing at the idea because literally I've never heard of that. That's crazy. I've never heard of anyone using, you know what I mean? A third. That's amazing. I've never even thought about that before, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay, so let's see. What else are we gonna do? Oh, what we want to do is update the products. So we have just the price right now. But maybe we could update this pending, right? We'll make it to be on, let's say on the floor, right? On the floor. And then what we can do is we can schedule a notification, and I'll schedule it for a shorter period of time. But we'll use a custom function in order to do that. So I think that'll be pretty fun.
Quick question. This keeps coming up, so I'm going to just answer it live because I keep typing in chat, but I know there's a ton of questions about it. Web push notifications. We currently do not support background web push notifications. So if I was using, for example, Google Chrome and I had it minimized And, some applications currently send background push notifications where it kind of pops out from the side. FlutterFlow currently doesn't have native support for that. You can you can adjust the function that FlutterFlow generates and send those web push notifications. Again, you'd have to push your project to a GitHub repository or export the code to add that stuff. But technically, it is possible. You just have to take your project outside of FlutterFlow. Yeah. For now, definitely something we're aware of and exploring.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to just add a few more things here. So I'm going to add a drop down where we can assign the status. So we'll do that. I want to do this. No, that's okay, actually. All right. 12 and 12. And again, so this is, I think, early to arrive. So Jamie, I'm just going to call you Jamie. Jamie, you asked for like, how do you send notifications to other users, like when a property is updated or when, a tertiary element is updated, right? In the chat, you're sending directly to the user. But these things, so these properties or items in this case, are unrelated to a user beyond the fact of an owner, right? So you have to have that user document, obviously. But you also could have a list of users. So if you have a list of users associated with, let's say, a property, you could send a push notification on update of that property. Uploaded 8 images, right? I changed it, and I'll show you that in this case, what we'll do is we'll update the document. We will schedule a notification and we'll create an activity. Okay, we're going to create an activity. So what I have created is an activity collection in FlutterFlow. So in my Firebase, I have this activity collection, and this is where I keep a stream of my notifications. So when I click a notification, it can take me to this screen, right, on my mobile app. And let's see how that is. Maybe we'll get it. Oh, this is the storefront. Let's see. Maybe it's building. Oh, all right. So we can create an activity document. That's why I asked you, Will, like, can you access that? We can't. So it gives you the amazing opportunity to actually just create a sub or another collection. Again, I say activity, and then that's where I store all the notifications. So pending price, price assigned on floor. Sold and awaiting payout. Okay, so these are all statuses that I want to assign here. Get property document. And I think this is a status. Okay, cool. So we're going to do that. And then this little guy, we have this assign price. So I'm trying to think. We have assign price. Do I want to use the same button, just do an update? But we will just do another button because that's the way we do it. So, okay, we'll do that there. Boom. Do 16 pixels, and we're just going to expand this little guy. That's perfect. Update status. Okay. And maybe we'll make these buttons the same width. 200. We'll do 170. And on this guy, we'll do 170 again. Or 160. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to assign a new status. Update document. We're going to do update status. And we'll make it from this drop down. Okay. And then we'll set a conditional here. So that conditional will be drop down. So widget state drop down equal to on floor. All right, so if the status equals on floor, we'll send a push notification. We'll schedule a push notification and send a push notification. If it's anything else, we'll just send a push notification. So we'll cut this action chain and send it here. And I'm going to name, I love that we can name actions. So send single update. Okay. And on floor equals true. So what we'll do is we'll do cut action, or no, we'll do copy action chain. We're going to place it over here again. And we're still going to send that single notification, but we're going to also schedule a notification. So we're going to just see if we can do this. Oh, dude, you can send multiple. I love this. Literally, this is great. And this goes back to Will's point where like you can hack around, right? You just schedule out push notifications for the next 7 days or something like that. So we're going to do the single recipient again. We're going to do owner. We'll say your items time is almost up. I'll do that as the text. I'll say for this, I'll say deadline approaching. Oh, and we'll do our image, right? We're going to do the item ref image so that it's, it makes sense which image, right, from the notification. And we're going to schedule this. So again, I'm just going to name it scheduled notification. Okay. Now, in order to do the schedule time, we're going to use a custom function. Okay. So I'm hoping this is going to work. But what I'm going to do is let's go create a custom function here. And we're going to basically get a date in the future. So I'm going to do 10 minutes. So for the sake of this live stream. So let's say get future time, and we're going to return a date time. We are going to input a date time as well. So current time. All right. And we're going to input a date time here. Is nullable. We don't want a list. That's great. Let's go over to Copilot and say return a date, a time that is 15 minutes in the future from the current time. See, we're writing code, everybody. Just everybody that wanted us to write code. Yeah, go ahead. Laugh at us now. We're going to save this function and we're going to test it. We're going to see if it actually works. So 9:45, run. Should say 10 a.m. Damn, I'm good. Wow, come on. 10 a.m. right there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh, I love it, man. It's just good when it actually works, live.
That's that Unreal developer feeling when the code works the first time, right?
Oh man, it's so good. So let's come back here. We're gonna we'll update this. So we'll say your status has updated. Your item status has updated. And then we'll just do this. Yeah, it has been moved. Well, I don't know. We will do combined text again, actually. I'll say item name has been changed to, and we'll do the status here. So again, I'm sorry, this may be discombobulated, but it'll make sense when you see the finished product. So we have that, and we don't have the schedule time. So let's go ahead and schedule that. So we're going to do our custom function down here. We're going to get future time, and we're going to just input this current time. Boop. Perfect. No further changes. And we should get that. Now, I should have said 5 minutes because we're going to be done. We won't be done. We'll probably go long. But let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to redo my, I can't redo my test flight. I'm just going to do main item cell. Cool. Here, single item update. Yeah, your item status has been updated. Okay, I'm going to just copy this and delete this. We're going to paste this. Okay. All right. On floor, backend update. That's great. We're going to check our custom functions, and we're going to run another test mode. So this is not a flow, Eli. This won't be a flow because since there's so many prereqs, like having a Blaze account and having push notifications set up and having Firebase and having an APN key, like there's so many things that can go wrong. Like you're going to just have to set this stuff up yourself. Because yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, we've set up like even the chat, right? In the chat, we do everything for you. We just don't set up the push notifications. So you can just quickly go in, just like we did at the very beginning. You set the recipients, you set the title, you set the information, and then you can send the push notification. So, yep, we can answer more questions. Yeah, we can answer more questions. So,
one thing I mean, at one point it'd be really cool for you to showcase something non-push notification related and more around the new design that you implemented with the color.
Dude, I wanted to so bad. Currently, I'm on my Kaleo account because that's where my personal project is. I can switch over. I can
open a basic project and you can talk through it.
No, I got you.
Just encourage users to like understand why it's changing and how you should use it.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I will showcase it. So, but yeah, let me finish this. We'll stay on a little bit long, Will, if that's cool with you. All right, cool. Yep. So we'll do that. I'll update a product and see how that works. Yeah. And we'll see if it actually schedules out 15. I mean, surely. I've never used schedule notifications. This is the first time I've used schedule notifications.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the nice part because again, like if you enable it, then that's what allows you to like, for one app I have on the App Store, it's an affirmations app.
Yep.
You can actually download it. And it sends users up to 24 push notifications a day with affirmations. They can select the time that they want. And it schedules them all out every morning.
Nice.
So, did it work?
I mean, it works. I'm sending two, right? So I'm sending the first one. It's been changed to on floor. And then in 15 minutes, I should receive another one that says, I don't know what we changed it to. What did we change it to? It should be like your time is running out. Yeah, I think that is. Items time is almost up. Cover image, deadline approaching. Cool. Yeah, we're going to see that.
Daniel said 24-hour live stream. When is that happening?
Yee!
We already do that. We just don't stream it.
Also, Andrew Birchfield really wants to know API best practice with JSON paths.
I asked him to elaborate a little bit because I wasn't entirely sure what specifically he was looking for there. Like when to use data types, when to not, when to set up custom ones. Like,
yep, totally. And really, okay, we have some great, exciting news, right? We have a new member of our team at FlutterFlow, Leah. Come on. So we are going to have, people have been asking for Shovik on our live stream, and Leah, well, nobody's asked for Leah, but we're going to have Leah on the live stream.
She wasn't part of the team.
People don't know. That's why they haven't asked. They would demand her if they knew. So we're going to bring them on, and they can answer some of the questions around some of the database stuff, because again, I'm not no expert. This is what I'm an expert at, or I try to be. I try to be good at it. So yeah, this is it. So now we're going to switch gears. We're going to wait for that push notification. Jamie, I hope that helped. I think you said it did. So I think that's good. But yeah, I think the important thing is setting up your environment. So Firebase, Blaze Plan, APN keys, setting up your APN keys. Yes. And then making sure that you have references for users, because you always need to reference a user to send a push notification. You can't just send a push notification to nobody. So I think that's super important. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I'll share a Chrome tab over here, and we will go through some beta product. Oh, dude, I want you to showcase data table.
Oh, I haven't used it much, but I can. I mean, I can, yeah.
Yeah, so I will reshare my screen. We have some very exciting updates coming. So we will showcase this.
Yeah, the data table is sneaky, but the color picker is great for best practices.
Yeah, so we have this little button up here, and I want to change the color. So I'm going to change the color here. Oh my gosh, we have a new color picker. And it has search, right?
Oh, I didn't even use the search yet. I didn't even know about that.
Oh yeah, it has search.
Oh my God. That's game changing.
Oh, dude, it's great.
It just really promotes best practices. Like, use those color themes, please.
Yep. Yeah, and you can also, I mean, we don't remove the ability to have custom colors here. You can just switch left and right. So if you want custom colors, you can have it. I wonder if I tried to get it to like app state, like persistent. So if you were a custom color user, you don't have to always switch. So you guys let me know if that's something you want, but really we do want to promote best practices in utilizing theme colors, and hoping this will just speed things up. So I love it. Big fan. And then data table. I don't have a good showcase of that here, but if you
don't, but I can just toss it in a test.
Yeah, I mean,
and I have to configure it a little bit.
Yeah. So I have a project I'll send you if you want to configure it and stuff. Let me not flows one. Come on, man.
It's a new version of the new version of beta. Oh.
New version. Okay, where is my templates? I just was editing this the other day. Game template. Oh, Pooja's working on a really cool template sample app. So, okay, I'm going to Slack this to you.
Is FlutterFlow web app responsive? The apps you create in FlutterFlow can be, if you create them as such. The FlutterFlow web app itself is responsive until it becomes a mobile size. And at that point, FlutterFlow is so rich with features, probably wouldn't be usable. So at that point, we encourage you to use a web browser, a larger browser size.
Yep. Yeah, totally. All right. So I sent you a link to one. I'll stop sharing. If you want to use it, it's just it's just a dashboard page I was working on. Something, the neighbors are yelling or something. Something's going on.
Yeah, let me. What? Project access restricted.
Oh no! Oh, I'll invite you to it.
That's so good. Look at that. We have security rules so secure. Andrew and I cannot even access projects that we share with each other.
Dang.
What we want. What we want.
All right, it should be good now. You should be invited. It's an organization, so
probably should be good. Funny.
Oh, there's no data. Oh, you know what? Should I create some app states? Do you have it now?
No, it won't work.
Even with a refresh?
Oh, is this beta?
Beta. Oh,
sorry. It's sent as a app dot. That's why I was like,
I'll do beta. Let's do beta.
Okay. I'm here now.
Nice.
So, wow. Oh, but it says legacy one. I gotta switch it?
Ooh, legacy data. Yeah. Oh, dude, switch it, please. You can just delete this. We'll just delete that. You schedule, but we need to share. We need to share.
All right. Are you gonna share or do you want me to share?
You share. You share.
Here we go. Wow. I did not make this. This is the talented head of design, Andrew Daniels here. Okay, so we have new data table. Technically, yes, it's a data table still. That part didn't change, but we have a lot of new functionality and features here. Let me start with a few things. Let me just make this white so you can see it as well.
Yeah.
That's important.
Freaking love multi-select. Love it. I love multi-select.
Yes, I know. That's a game changer. These are like crazy, especially for data visualization and building out dashboards. Number of columns and number of rows. So you could set in the UI builder, maybe I want to see like 8 rows, 10 rows. So that helps. But look down here. This is
no.
Something new. Look at that. Wow.
Dude, this is so game changer. Oh my gosh.
I know. This is game changing for data visualization.
I'm so happy right now.
Look at that. You can select the number of rows per page.
I'm so happy.
I think you can set that here. Yeah, look at this. You can set that amount here.
Alex, you're
the
the
rows
best.
can be selectable.
You're the best.
So check this out. This is crazy. Rows can be selectable.
Stop it right now.
So what I love about this is like it doesn't just have to be text too, right? So I could make this. Maybe I wanted to delete that and make it a row, right? And make it like a person, right? I can do that now. Game changing, right? Yep. So this is like really going to improve the types of applications that people build in FlutterFlow. So again, like selectable, you can use that. I can hide the pagination, although maybe that we'll have to look at that. So you can, there's page.
Oh, I think there is horizontal scrolling, but I think you need a fixed width.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, you can hide the and then the first last, that's really nice too. So yeah, and then all this stuff, right? There's the different dividers, vertical dividers.
Dude.
There's selectable, like if it's selected or unselected. Oh my gosh. I have built, Andrew, I know you've done the same. The number of times I've had to convert rows into components, wrap them in a hover state, or, you know, like just, set up all the conditional logic. This probably saves you like 20 clicks per row or per graph, right? Like this is crazy. So these are game-changing features for sure.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can just do a preview just to show.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it probably won't. Yeah, so pretty crazy.
Wait, we're not seeing this stuff.
Oh, there's even the select all.
Stop it, dude. This is amazing. Like you could do like delete all. Could you delete all?
Yeah. Look at this. Whoa.
And you can change that, right? You don't have to have that purple or that blue. It gives you the options to edit that, which is sick.
Wow. Yeah, I love how you can just like click on these. I think. Oh.
No. Get out.
Wow.
It's the small things.
This is crazy.
It's all the.
This is such a small, like it seems like, data table, but like no. Like this is for people building complex applications for SMB enterprises.
Yep. This is a great question. We won't end because we need to go about let's see, 5 more minutes so that my notification come in. But this is great. We can answer these questions. Isaac is asking, building with desktop in mind, but when I click iPhone size, the content does not scale well. Do you guys have any advice? Yes, we have advice. We have multiple live streams over this. Didn't we do something last week? We did something last week over responsive building. So, sorry if I'm getting wonky. It's getting wonky on my end, but yes, you have to, since this is since Flutter, we don't provide a lot of this stuff out of the box, but there's ways to do this. So obviously, let's just take this. I'll share that dashboard screen, right? We'll just do this real quick. We need the 5 minutes anyways. So I'll share this screen. So this wouldn't scale well either, right? You get this, it's all nasty.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. So this is all nasty. We don't want that. So there's a few ways to do this, Isaac. If you select this row, the reason why it's doing it is because this row is stacking things horizontally. Columns stack things vertically. We could change this row to a grid view, and then we could set these. Let's just do that. We're gonna change this. Sorry, I'm trying to get this row replace with a grid view. Maybe it'll work. It probably won't. Okay. What we'll do is we'll set these containers to, I don't know why it won't work. Interesting. Okay, I'm just going to do a grid view then. We're going to do a grid view. Throw it in here. Okay. And we're going to copy and paste this little guy here. And we're going to change that grid view to 1.2. We're going to do it to 2. We're working on these layout things, so don't worry.
I'm going to hide this comment too while you build, because I don't want things to be hidden within the builder. Yep. I'll make it full screen.
Let's go ahead and do that. And 2. We're going to do 2 space here and 2 space here. And then we'll just do this. These graphs did work. They're hooked up to app states, just so you know. But let's see. Why can't I have a unexpanded grid view? Okay. Well, actually, we won't be able to showcase this because I don't have a test mode running. I'll just remove that table, I guess. We can do a test mode. Okay, so what we have in the grid view, the reason why we would utilize a grid view is because there's powerful elements of a grid view that you can use. So one of the fallacies of the grid view is this not being able to set this height. So there are some fallacies, but this is just one way to sort of help with this. So we can set this axis count from a variable. So we can just do responsive values out of the box if we wanted to. Right now it's 4. So what if we just did 1? For mobile, we'll do 2 for medium and 4 for large. And then we'll do 2 for, the variable. So this would, on mobile, right, it's going to have 1 column. On tablet, it's going to have 2 columns or 2 grids across. And then on desktop, it's going to have these 4. And I bet you we can just wrap this little guy in a container if we wanted to just remove that expanded version. But another thing we're going to do is we're going to set this child aspect ratio. So we're going to do that also from a breakpoint. We're going to do 1.5. 1. Actually, no, we're going to do 1.5 as well. 1.5. Or these are 2 and 2. So this child aspect ratio is extremely frustrating. I get it. You get it. I think we all get it. There you go. We just removed the primary. That's why it was expanded. So, but now that we have this, we should be able to see this adjust in test mode. And it's up and running. So you have to adjust some of your content. You can't just so there's grid views, there's wraps, there's conditional builders. Those are the main ones. There's responsive visibility, there's conditional visibility, right? So you could also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hide this on mobile. So these responsive visibility, right? We have visibility up here. We're just going to hide that on tablet and mobile. We're going to do the same with this this nav bar over here, right? We don't want that on mobile. So we're going to just hide that. Okay. And then in test mode, we're going to see this. we're going to rerun it because it has that updated grid view, hopefully without primary. And I should receive my second notification here, maybe. Aw, didn't send. Oh, well. Okay, so we have 2 grid here. So we need to change this to 4. But let's go ahead and maybe let's change the size of this. Okay. We can change it down to here. Now we have 2. If we go down, we have 4 here. Nice. We need to make this scrollable. So now we have one column. It's not bad. It's not bad. We could do scrolling here and set it up top here. So what we need to do is this cross-axis alignment is, we'll just do 4. We'll make that our default. Okay. And now we should get this. So we shouldn't have an overflow, and hopefully we'll do 4 crossed and it'll work. Nice. Scrolling. Tablet view, 4 crossed. Desktop view, 4 crossed. All right, sorry about these blah, blah things. We will adjust that. Just take those away. So that's one option. Last week we went over wraps, went over conditional visibility. Like maybe you just want to show this little guy on mobile, right? So you have duplicated content. Yes, I understand. But sometimes that's just how it's built. So maybe you don't want to show this grid view on large tablet and desktop. So you want this little guy here. And I'll just copy this and paste it here and copy this. And I want this in the, okay. Sorry. Okay. So now we can run this test mode and it'll look a lot better because we won't have those overflows. But yeah, this is just one way where we can adjust content. I think I need to update this width here. Yeah, I think so. I think we need to update that. But anyways, stuff like that. So we have a bunch of live streams on responsive content where we build dashboards like this and just products. So there's a flow coming, and I'll showcase that. So there's a cart and order history flow coming. Give me a second as this loads. And we're going to go flow 1. I think I have a run mode here. And it will be, these guys will be good use cases, good example use cases for responsive building. So I have this product list. I have a conditional builder here. Ooh, sorry about that. This product list, I have a conditional builder here where I have the grid view here. And then on mobile, I have a list view. I didn't need to do this. I could have just did it with the responsive visibility, but it's something. Same thing. I have desktop view for this product, and I have a mobile view for this product. I have the ability to add this to the cart. Aster. I have a puppy in the background going crazy. And all this stuff is responsive. So, and there's different ways of doing this. So this is a cart and order history flow. Should be out. I'm asking people or I'm the team to review it this week. So like today, so that we can sort of launch it today or tomorrow. So you guys can just have it. It's just a great example. It uses app state. If I do this, 1, 2, 3, Disney Way, Austin, Texas. Oh, Texas. I should probably do a drop down there, but we'll save the address. Whoa, animations, add the address. We can check out. we get that. We have a view order. We have an order history. So it has a pretty good flow for just most e-commerce things, where you just add payment on top, you add push notifications on top, you're good to go. So again, this will be available later this week, hopefully. So
nice. Did you get the notification? People heard it.
No, I didn't. It was for something else.
Oh.
Man, my custom function works. I don't understand why that didn't work. But maybe your item status is updated. Maybe I need to adjust the filter or the condition. Anyways, I'll figure it out. But I mean, everything else worked. So I think it was successful. I think it was a successful live stream. You know, I think it'll be beneficial for people.
We showed some new features that'll be hopefully released later today, among others. There's some cool ones. Maybe today, maybe Monday.
Yep.
Soon enough.
Yep. So hey guys, thanks for asking for this, and I hope it was helpful. Again, hopefully it's a good rundown on how to do this in your actual applications. Understanding you have to have a user document kept me from a lot of things before when I first started, when we first released it. So this really helps, or that information really helps, and yeah, it all worked. But sweet, y'all have a good day.
Awesome.
So see y'all next week.